पिछले एपिसोड्स में आप देख रहे हैं कि रिचर्ड मूरे और चार्ल्स धर्मशाला के एक तिब्बती स्कूल में पहुंचे हुए हैं, जहां बच्चे उनसे सवाल पूछ रहे हैं। सवाल और जवाब का दूसरा दौर शुरू करने से पहले हम आपको बता दें, रिचर्ड मूरे ने क्षमा और सुलह की एक ऐसी मिसाल पेश की है जो मानवता के इतिहास में दर्ज है। रिचर्ड मूरे 10 साल की उम्र में सैनिक चार्ल्स की गोली से अपनी दोनों आंखें गंवा बैठे थे, लेकिन अकल्पनीय दुख और भयानक अनुभव का सामना करने के बावजूद उन्होंने चार्ल्स को क्षमा कर महानता का परिचय दिया। पेश है रिचर्ड मूरे और धर्मशाला के स्कूली बच्चों के बीच चल रहे सवालों और जवाबों का दौर।
I would like to ask you a question. You have forgive your literally enemy when you were very young. So we usually think that His Holiness usually speaks that in order to forgive somebody, you should remember the mistake of not doing so. So when we young man of 10 years old, you must not have kind of bad experience of not forgiving somebody. So what literally makes you forgive the person we usually call enemy? Could you please tell us the reason why you did so?
I think there's probably, I think about this very often because sometimes I don't know the answer fully, to be honest. Sometimes I don't fully understand it myself, but I think there are two reasons that I can point to. One is the fact that I think I was blessed with the personality that I have and the ability that I have. I believe it was given to me, first of all. I also believe the second thing is my parents. As I said in my talk, I never heard my parents say an angry word. And I think that their example of forgiveness is impacted on me. And as I got a little older, and I began to think about forgiveness, I began to think about being shot, I began to think about Charles, even though I didn't know his name. I began to think, well, we are all very lucky in life if we get through our life without doing something that we live to regret. Sometimes things happen. Sometimes they can't be explained. And I think my incident was one of those incidents when Charles fired a rubber bullet and he regrets it and has regretted it since then. So that would be my reflection on it. I think my parents, I think the personality that God gave me, and I also think that sometimes in life things happen, and what's important is not what happened, but how you respond to it.
Mr. Rajesh, have you met any neuroscientists willing to analyze your brain to explain your remarkable story of forgiveness scientifically?
Oh, that would be a challenge. No, I met His Holiness once arranged for me to meet an American man, I'm not sure if he was a scientist, who was writing a book on forgiveness, I think. But I met him for a few hours, but I have never been analysed in that way, no. I would be happy to be analysed, but I haven't yet.
आपने सुना है वैदिक ज्योतिष के बारे में, आपने सुना है पश्चिमी ज्योतिष के बारे में। भारत के टेलीविजन इतिहास में पहली बार हिमालय के रहस्यमय इलाकों की ज्योतिष शास्त्र की गणना से जानिए क्या कहते हैं आपकी किस्मत के सितारे। जानिए बुद्धिस्ट एस्ट्रोलॉजर सेरिंग छांजुम से।
Trashidile, Namaskar. 14 June 2010. So second day of the 5th lunar month, Monday, with the water-water elemental combination, which is considered favorable. And this combination of element has refined energy that strengthens and extends one's life. And the person born in the year of dog and sheep will have special effect if undertaking any kind of major activities on this particular day. But this particular day is unfavorable for the starting of new businesses. 15 June 2010, third day of the 5th lunar month, Tuesday, which has the elemental combination of fire and wind, considered auspicious. And this elemental composition has powerful energy to bring auspiciousness. And this day is particularly good for the person born in the year of snake, horse, pig, mouse, while it is considered inauspicious for the person born in the year of bird and monkey. And during this particular day, no birthday party and outing for a newborn baby should be held. 16 June 2010, fourth day of the 5th lunar month, Wednesday, with fire-water elemental combination, which is considered very inauspicious. And this component of energy acquires dead energy to cause one's life. Although in general, this day, Wednesday, is favorable for the person born in the year of mouse, pig, ox, dragon, and dog. And this particular day is especially inauspicious for the person born in the year of snake and horse. Therefore, any kind of important decision making and important activities should be avoided on this particular day. And on this day, no any starting of battles, legal fight or lawsuit. We will see you tomorrow at the same time.
शरणं गच्छामि।
क्या है भगवान बुद्ध का दर्शन और धर्म का गूढ़ ज्ञान? कैसे मिले दुख से मुक्ति? कैसे पाएं बुद्धत्व? क्या है धम्मम? क्या है संघम? ये कार्यक्रम आपको हर रोज दे रहा है ऐसे तमाम सवालों के जवाब। आज बौद्ध धर्म के प्रकांड विद्वान परम पावन दलाई लामा से जानिए भगवान बुद्ध का दर्शन और बौद्ध धर्म का सही ज्ञान।
What's the suffering? What is the source of suffering? Suffering here, suffering means experience. There are three kinds of suffering. Suffering of suffering. So 3 levels of suffering. So now causes of that So now, I think obviously, they like pain. Even animals realize there's suffering, do not want. Then suffering will change is the certain sort of pleasure when we get something like beautiful sort of seeing, or beautiful sound, a taste, smell like that. You see, we get some kind of satisfaction, pleasure. But it's the same, so for example, the same music, you see, initially, very beautiful. As soon as you hear that, you see, you feel very calm and peace, deep satisfaction. If you hear that day and night, then I think naturally, you see, you develop a desire. Oh, how awful that! Stop that. That kind of the feeling. So that means, you see, same object, but your attitude change. So the same object, some period produce some pleasure, satisfaction, but the same object, due to certain circumstances, you see, it creates stumbu or irritation, like that. So the object side, very nature is kasotati, do it to make change. Or money also. I think when poor person is become little wealthier person, feel very happy. And then millionaire, then billionaire, think only that level, or only think money, then I think that person still want more and more jealousy, more sense of competition. And with that, I think usually it's corruption. I think more available among the wealthier people. I think the beggars or poor people, I don't think it's much corruption. The ordinary people, I think much less jealousy, isn't it? Now, third level, all these depend on I think firstly, our body. Of course, money is related to the body, not mind. False satisfaction developed in the mental level, but mainly physical comfort. Like that. You see, many of these sort of things, actually, some kind of satisfaction actually entirely depend on sensorial hearing music. You see, that satisfaction depend on hearing sensorial experience. Seeing beautiful thing and get some pleasure, that also depend on. So, smell, touch, taste, all these, some satisfaction at the mental level, depend on sensorial experience. So long the sensorial levels of some experience there, that mental levels, satisfaction there. Sensorial levels stop, no longer there. So more durable sort of pleasure or satisfaction on mental level must come through mental itself. Like faith, not depend on sensorial. So through reasons or through some sort of experience, certain faith, firm faith, is mental level, not depend on sensorial. So people usually do not know, I think lack of experience, they seeking deeper satisfaction from mental level. So, I think animal, difficult. But we human being, because of this intelligence, we have the capacity to develop a certain sort of source of joyfulness on mental level itself. Faith, compassion, then also analytical meditation. Also, you see, entirely on mental level, it brings immense sort of source of joyfulness, satisfaction. So that is a different form of suffering, all changing nature, so must be causes and conditions. Now this question of what causes of this suffering. And then particularly, in order to feel the possibility of cessation of these cease of this suffering, we must investigate the cause of that suffering, whether can be eliminated or not. Now this is the key factor. Four noble truth. It's the first noble truth, suffering, truth of suffering. Second, truth of cause. So unless we develop clear sort of awareness, possibility of elimination of this cause of suffering, it is impossible to develop conviction about third, because of nirodha, because of truth of cessation. Without proper awareness about that or possibility of that, then the effort follow mark of a path, impossible. Arya path, just a word. Arya path, or the noble path, just a word. So the key thing is we must think or analyze or investigate whether there is possibility of elimination of source of suffering. So now we have to know what is the source of suffering. The karma, one thing. Karma is action. Action, now here the suffering is part of experience. So mental thing, the external matter causing pains and pleasure, but pleasure and pain itself is part of mind, mental experience. So the ultimate source of that experience must be part of mind. So now the emotions. So positive emotion causing pleasure, negative emotion, destructive emotion causing suffering. So the very idea, very demarcation, positive, negative or destructive or constructive is due to result. Result something good everybody want. So we call positive. The result painful, even animal do not want. Therefore, it's considered negative. So cause of that also is destructive or negative.